Boom. Post zero, everybody. Hello. Oh shit.
What's up, everyone?
Coming in hot, aren't I?
You are a hot man, Jack.
That is
You
true.
you are wearing you're like the pirate. I'm getting pirate vibes.
What can I say, man? What can I say?
Yeah,
Captain Jack Napier. What can
yeah.
I
How
say?
not to fuck up your life? Be a pirate.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much. So, let's start off right off the gate where it's like, if you don't want to fuck up your life,
hmm
I think you and I can both agree on the number one thing being your health. Overall, is the number one thing straight off the bat, your health.
Yeah, and that's a lot, don't do hard drugs. That'll mess up your health long term.
Bingo.
Yeah.
But what I was mainly aiming at is the working out stuff.
Oh yeah, gym. Yeah, I'm so used to like working out my whole life that I don't even. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to work out.
When
Stupid.
did you start?
Well, I was always like playing sports and active as a kid. Like my dad, whenever the PlayStation turned on and it was like the weekend, he would come in and be like, "You guys are gonna play PlayStation all day? You guys got to go outside." Like my dad would actively regulate our video games, right? And I'm so glad he did that because I was like, ugh, and then I went outside. I'm like, wait, I want to climb this tree, or wait, I want to go play basketball with the other kids. So always. And then I started lifting in 2013, like lifting weights, for real. And I remember the beginner gains. That was pretty insane. I was like, holy crap, I gained 30 pounds in 6 months. What the heck is this? I was a twig, yeah, and I'm still not even that big, but like, I was a twig before, and then yeah, and I remember hitting like my first 3 plate deadlift. I remember hitting my first 225 bench press. Like those guys don't ever forget the day that happens.
I have my
So,
first 225 on video. It's on my channel.
bench.
Yep, the first 225.
How'd you feel like, or how did you look like in the video? Were you like, yes?
Well, I felt like I could do another one. Seriously, I mean, it goes up pretty fast, but
It's
like
the adrenaline, like yeah, it's a positive like
it's
feedback
like
loop.
I
You're like,
re-rack
fuck
it
it.
and I just get up. It's like done,
Little
done.
did he know that never stops.
Well, that's the stupid thing because after that, I almost hit 315 on squat. I was at 312
Mm,
because I have microplates. And at a certain point, like, it's like, this is stupid. Weight goals are stupid because, like, it takes a hell of a lot out of you
hmm
to, like, rep those weights. And at a certain point, I was like, because I didn't do powerlifting anymore, I'm like, why am I actually doing this? Why am I lifting? It's like
hmm
overall health, vitality,
Longevity, yeah.
longevity, looking good. It's like,
hmm
do I really need to stress my body out that much?
Yeah, and for who, like who? No
Yeah,
one,
for who? Because nobody cared I did the 225.
no.
Nobody
But I mean,
did.
for you, it meant the world. But like everyone was like, okay, dude, like
Yeah, I
I
mean,
was really
Troy never
happy.
asked me how much I bench.
Yeah, yeah. I want to know whenever you hit a milestone. You let me know, DM you, and I will say like, good job,
You
Jack.
will
You
root
did
for
it.
me.
Yeah, good job,
Like
Jack. Thank you.
I can DM you when I finally beat like Shadow Ganon in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, like when it was like episode 20 when Griffith was at the party and Guts was outside in the window. That I'll be the guy. I'll be Guts outside in the window just smiling. I'll be like, "Nice job, dude. You did it.
Good job, man.
Thanks." Oh
How
man.
to not fuck up your life? Have terrible friends. Hang
Yeah.
around with people who don't lift you up.
Oh geez. Yeah. Ask Guts from Berserk how having terrible
Ooh.
friends. You know what? I gotta stop. Let me stop. Just let me stop. We keep touching on that. Let me stop.
You really want to do that show, don't you?
Yeah.
I know. Like normally I'd be with you. Normally I'd be with it. Where it's like, okay, we're gonna derail all of this,
Yeah,
but
but we have to stay on topic. Yeah.
yeah, since it's post zero, I'm kind of like, nah,
Yeah, we
we're
gotta
gonna keep.
can't derail the thread. We gotta stay on
No,
topic.
I gotta keep that. But let's take it back a bit.
hmm
How would you describe a fucked up life? Like, what to you is a real messed up life? And then we're gonna work backwards. Like, how do you stay away from that as far as possible?
Um, I'm gonna use examples of people I know. I think one of the examples is Yeah, like not taking care of your health, people that like obesity, being obese, no one likes you, or not no one likes you, but no one wants to have sex with you. No one finds you attractive. You're like a you're like a the comedic relief everywhere you go. Clothes don't fit you. Um, you're not taken as seriously. Like, like it's just a hell. It's just got to be hell to be obese, right? And also, like that's you don't have discipline, so anything else that you do is probably going to be tough. Like I would say the number one thing that makes life hell, outside of like things you can't control, is being obese. Yeah.
Big
So.
one. I
Mhm.
would add, if I could describe my own personal hell. I
Mhm.
don't know if you know that quote. It's from who is it? I believe it's
Poet? Is it a poet or a philosopher?
no, it's a philosopher, Epictetus or something,
Mhm.
where it's like, imagine your own personal hell and then figure out to stay away from that. But my own personal hell would be in debt, addicted, fat, miserable because of all those things. So
Mhm.
you're by default a wage slave because you're in debt. That's the only thing you work for.
Mhm.
You are an addict on top of that to whatever substance. So you have another master, and then you're also out of shape. And there's absolutely like nothing you can do because you have lost all control in life. And I think that summarizes it pretty much for me is the loss of control in your own life.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
That would for me, and that's why I got this one, where it's like I have obtained my freedom.
Yeah.
There's no chance in hell I need to work 40 hours a week anymore. And
Yeah.
funny thing, speaking about not fucking up your life, here's a bit of a financial thing, which goes into Dutch politics right now because they have changed the retirement, um, the law, the retirement arrangement because we have socialized retirement and things like that. But if you do that plus mass immigration, the money is gonna like run out, and they're figuring that out now. So they changed the whole system, and a lot of people are now out of a retirement because they depended on the state to pay out a retirement when they would reach that age. Guess what happens where you depend on somebody else for your own life? You're
You
gonna
have no.
be very
Mm,
disappointed.
and yeah, miserable. Yeah. Man, what would be that was very good. What would be so loss of control over self? Yeah, that is got to be like like if you're obese, like a piece of food in front of you, you have to eat it. Like you don't have there's nothing in your mind that says don't eat that or hey, you're full. Like that's got to be. Um, I would say too, subscribing and like subscribing to the gynocentric social order, like seeing everything through the lens of what women want first. That's like a lot of men. Like imagine you want to say a joke, but you're like, no, my mom or my girlfriend or some girl over there wouldn't like that I said this, so I want to keep it away from the boys, even though it's just us. Like that's gotta that's gotta suck. That has to be like that alienates you from other men, from good men. That alienates you from like yourself, your own masculinity, your own like testosterone. Like imagine you're scared to tell a joke because it's politically incorrect, like locker room talk or to talk about women. Um,
Mm.
that's also like loss of control. Like you're not, you're a defective woman. I think being a defective woman also is a kind of prison because there's like, like as a kid, I was sort of like that. And then every time I wanted to like, I only felt free when I was hanging out with my dad sometimes because my dad was like traditional, so he would like say these crazy jokes, and he used to be he was a sailor before, so he was like crass and rude, and I just loved the way he talked to people because he didn't care. Like he would just say what he wanted in his mind. Now I'm just like, now that I grow up, and obviously I temper it more, and I say what I want, but like more in a charming way. But imagine you can't say what you want to say because of some kind of programming, and deep down you want to say it, but you can't. I think that prison of being a defective woman also, it's got to be hell.
Hmm.
That's why it's so important to unplug people, at least slowly or when they're ready. Jesus Christ, yeah.
I wouldn't even say um, it is important to unplug people.
Mhm.
Like because I've been asked that, like, why do you do what you do? And I'm kind of like, I just want to hang around like-minded people, and
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm a put myself out there, and if it's possible, be able to monetize my expertise in certain things, so I can even help, so I can actually help out people more. But the biggest thing for me was to be able to surround myself with like-minded people, because that is hard these days. And thank God for the internet. Because what you just mentioned is that there are still, and you know this, there are still a lot of guys who operate in that mindset of appeasing to the status quo. It's like, oh no,
Oh man,
believe all women and
women are
government
perfect.
good.
They can't be bad people. They can't be evil. Sometimes. Like,
Well,
of course,
mostly
women
that.
can be evil. Yeah, they have the capacity to do great bad things, just like everyone else.
Well, I don't necessarily believe evil is the case, but a an environment for which maliciousness can grow. And
Yeah.
I would refer then to No More Mr. Nice Guy, and when I say no, I feel guilty, because women truly will act as shitty as you let them.
Yeah.
And not only women, people in general will act as shitty as you let them. And I've seen this at jobs where people were pressured into just working longer hours, doing more jobs. Um, they were just pumping everything up. Just the workload was being thrown at them, and no one said no. Now, whose fault is it really then? Is it the employer's fault or the employee for not showing a bit of backbone?
And you see that a lot. It's much more common than growing up. I thought it was like in the movie, like the Office Space movie.
Oh
There's that
yeah,
one guy. That's the guy. But that guy, imagine that guy, but like multiply it by like, that guy's like 60% of any company. Just a
I
guy
just
that
want my
does,
stapler.
yeah, that just gets crapped on over and over again. And goes home, gets crapped on, and that's like that's got to be a hell that you just can't stand up for yourself. You just can't speak up. You know that I'm supposed to be tired. I'm supposed to be overworked. This is normal.
Yeah, like that's what you do. That's what you do, right? Like I was hired here to do my job, and I was that's what I get paid for. It's like, no, you get paid for the hours you make, and if in those hours you provide value to the company, sure. But I don't get paid by results. I get paid by the hour. And you will see, if you'll pay attention, you see a lot of like other workers act like that and kind of abuse the people who take it personally, who feel responsible for the company's choices. I've seen that so many times.
Yeah, yeah. Take it out on somebody. So
Yeah. And that's a good point you make, where it's that mindset, that mindset of serving everybody, just everybody, without having some dignity. Because do you know Pat Flynn of Smart Passive Income?
no, no,
Because
I haven't
he
heard that.
always says that in his company, I'm here to serve, and blah blah blah. And I get where he's coming from. Where it's like, I want to provide value. Now, I'd rather choose provide than serve.
Yeah, serve sounds submissive. Like
Yeah, because when you go that route, a lot of people would undermine their own value just for others.
yeah,
Now, like in my personal training business, by the way, I've got one spot open. The link is in the chat. Yes, I get paid for my services, and I will provide that value the best I can. but not to the extent where people can walk over me. Like, that is just a hard boundary. Like, yes, you pay me for my services. Yes, I am obligated because of that to provide value. But just because of that, I am not your obedient little trainer. I am not like on call for everything. There are boundaries in this. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of it, that you can choose your own clients.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sometimes hard because sometimes, our male brain, we want to like, oh, there's an opportunity for me to step up and show the company what I'm made of. And surely they will see my effort and my work, and I'll get a raise, or I'll get recognition, or I'll get a day off or something. I'll get something, I'll get a pizza party, whatever. Um, and then it doesn't happen. And then you go home and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do the dishes for my wife. And surely she's going to give me what I want in the bedroom. She's going to love me more as a husband. And nothing happens. And then, that's just the life of a man that like has been told his whole life that he has to give. And then a covert contract, basically. Like,
Yeah.
if I put everyone needs before mine, surely they will understand my needs. And that's another thing. Like, everyone talks about the red pill being about like, oh, women this, women that, but like once, like when you read a book like No More Mr. Nice Guy, you start looking inward, which is most of the work of the red pill is inner work, right? Which no one wants to do these days. And I keep going on these podcasts and I keep telling people, listen, women this, women that, great. Getting laid is not that. In 6 months, you can take any incel, and in 6 months, you'll get him one or two girls. He just has to put in the work. He has to work
Yeah.
hard, maybe get in shape, socialize, and in no time he'll be out there doing okay. But like the inner work, like all the stuff that you've been taught since you were 5, all the trauma, all the like, that's the stuff that's dirty. That's the dirty work that no one wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apologies for the shameless plug again, but people ask me like, will you narrate Confessions of a Reformed Incel? I did narrate it. It's on YouTube, but it's behind the paywall because that shit is brutal. His
Mhm.
mental model, because the beauty of that post is that he comes out well in the end. It has a happy ending. But how he describes his thought process, where it began, what he went through, he is very explicit in his language. And I'm not ready to nuke my channel just for that. So, what you can see a lot of is like the incel kind of guys don't go through that process, through the pain period. There's a thing in bodybuilding called the pain period, of you getting that delayed onset muscle soreness,
Yeah, the
things
DOMS.
like that,
Yeah.
and you're not adapting to it. Like, the pain of rejection is what you need to go through. It's like the amount of times I've been rejected is just insane. That is absolutely atrocious. It is insane, and I have wanted to quit many times before. But if I would have never gotten where I got. In training, I dislocated my hip once. You know how
Jeez.
much that
Do-
hurts?
Doing what? What were you doing?
Squatting in the wrong way.
Oh,
Dislocated my hip.
Jesus.
And after that, I immediately went to deadlift. That was not a good idea. Physical therapist
God.
put it right back though, but it was dislocated. Yup. It's like, if I would have quit then, I would have never gotten the upper pecs I
Damn,
have
man.
today. I know. It's like, ooh, that hurt like hell.
Your
But
physical therapist must have been like, you crazy person.
he was. Oh, you should have seen the smile on his face. He's like, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is your hip's dislocated. I'm like,
The good
what's the
news is
bad news?
the
I'm like,
bad
what's
news is
the
I'm about to
bad
hit it
news?
with a hammer to put it back. Come.
Yeah, well, kind of like that. He went like, I get to put it back. I'm like, oh no. He's like,
You hold my
relax.
hand.
No, he held my leg.
I would be
He's
like,
like,
can you hold my hand while you do it and look me in the eyes?
talk nice to me.
Please
He's
tell me
like,
everything's gonna be okay.
yeah, well, kind of like that. He's
Yeah.
like, count to 3. I'm like, 1, boom. It's like,
That's actually better because then like it surprises you. You're not like anticipating it. So
It's
good
like,
on him.
is my mic blowing up? By the way, I have the feeling I'm like coming in hot. Or is it?
Um,
It's not that bad. Maybe like this.
I think
I
it's
think that's
good.
better.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
but
good.
it's like, oh, he put that thing back. It's like, oh my god. After that was fine, but I could have said would quit at that moment.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing too much. Like it's over for
Yeah,
me.
I was like, oh, nope. Just went through it. Finally benched 225. Almost squatted 315. How much did I had on deadlift? 390 is my max ever deadlifted. That's not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad for a 6 foot guy who only weighs like what 165 ish.
yeah. That's a
I'm light. I'm very light.
it's a good number.
But a lot of guys never go through that. It's like they go to the gym, they have some muscle soreness, and they stop. Same with money. Same with investing. Like this is not financial advice, but the in-depth thing as well. Like a lot of people now are like screwed out of retirement because they relied on government in the Netherlands, at least.
Damn, that sucks.
If they had just every month took 10% of their paycheck and took it in after taking some advice from a financial advisor, put it in a whatever the financial advisor recommended, and stayed consistent with it, they would have been settled for retirement. Yet what do people do? Live paycheck to paycheck, get in debt, and at the end of the day, have absolutely nothing and become a slave to their spending. I don't know about you, but to me, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, that'll mess up your life. Yeah. Yeah, the finances thing. Slave to your vices. Not I mean, everyone has a vice. Like everyone has something that that's
I
okay.
mean, I'm a former smoker. I mean, I've
Yeah,
admitted that.
but I am
3 months,
lucky.
3 months clean.
Hey, congrats. Um, I'm lucky in that I don't have an addictive personality, so I'm able to put things down. Like I could play the most exciting game. Like I play when God of War came out, the dopamine was like, oh, but then I was like, I can't play today because I got these things going on. And a lot of people can do that. They have to play for like, you know, they have to play for 4 days straight and see it through. And then for me, it's like, hey, if I'm busy, I'm busy. I'll get to it. And I really, when I'm not playing the game, I'm not playing the game. When I'm playing the game, I'm playing the game. And so I'm like very lucky in that I don't have an addictive personality. I think the only thing that really gets me is just my phone. The notifications, especially Twitter now, because now a lot of the times my thing is stuck at 20. So I'm
I
like,
have no
ooh, more likes from people I don't know.
I
Hey.
have notifications off from
Yeah.
for Twitter.
Oh yeah. It's I have it off, but like you still see them when you go in. But yeah, man, I was those. That's the only thing that affects me. So I'm lucky, and I don't have and I can go out and drink. I can have a full home bar here, but I have bottles there for like 2 years that I haven't even touched because simply I'll make myself a drink once a week, a really nice drink, and then that's it. I don't like it, and I'm lucky in that I have a lot of restraint. I'd say the only thing that affects me is the phone, and maybe female attention on dating apps. I get a little hit from that. It feels really good to get a
I
match, which, like I probably should look into that.
We don't talk enough about that. Can I
Mhm.
get a moment? It's like
Yeah, go ahead, man.
look, let's be honest here. Like, let's be honest here. When a chick is really into you, you become addicted to that shit. It's like,
Oh yeah,
fuck,
deep conversion is the best drug.
more.
And the thing is, it creeps into your life. So at first you're just like, oh, this chick is annoying, but then after a while you're like, this chick always wants to see me, and then it's just like you feel there's like a what's the word, like a completeness into your like you feel like your existence on Earth is super justified now because someone is obsessed with you, and
Yup.
it's so messed up. I know, but it's like when you get deep conversion, it's like yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I didn't do much. I just walked, up to her and said something, and we dated and we hooked up, and
In all
now she's
honesty, I
obsessed.
don't think that's fair. You did
Yeah,
nothing.
Well,
And
yeah,
I
but in my, I'm a very humble guy. Like, I mean, I have to be humble. If you date women, you have to be some kind of like, you need to be confident, but also you need to understand you're gonna take hits. Like, you're gonna get rejected. You're not, no, you ain't shit, and that's okay.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
attracted to every woman, but like at the same time, it's just like when you got a girl into you, you're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
leather
just
jacket,
feels good, and
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
want to indulge. It's like,
hmm
"Don't judge me, damn it.
yeah.
Don't you dare.
I
Don't
feel like every
you."
man, yeah, should experience that, but a lot of them won't, and that's one of the saddest things you'll ever
Oh,
hear.
like, that genuine desire, it's like, if you haven't experienced that, I feel pity.
It's so,
If you've
it's
never
so
had a girl
sad.
wanna climb through your fucking window kinda shit, like, "Hey, I have a coffee break. I'm on my way." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
well, lucky I'm home then." It's like, they don't even ask you if you're home.
yeah. Ask me if I'm home, or like, hey, did you eat today? Or hey, can I bring you some food? Any excuse to hang out with you. And it's like, wow, like this is really, it's a rush. But like,
Yeah,
it's not
like,
like
the
I feel
the
it like any other substance, but I feel it like in my soul. Like,
I
yeah,
know the feel. I know the feel, man.
yeah.
It sounds blue pill as hell, but it's like,
Nah, dude, it's
nah,
great.
it's like it's human interaction, man. It's like we have used the red pill properly where we need it to be. Like we can now love women for what they are instead of what we want them to be. And that
Yeah.
is a beautiful fucking place to be, man. Believe
which
me.
which loving women for what they are and not for they could never be is also another form of freedom.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
my biggest like freedom with this red pill stuff. Like, one day when I woke up, where I was like, I I am now, and I can now enjoy women for what they are, not what I want them to be.
Like I can no longer be annoyed when they're late. When it's like, of
No,
course she's gonna be
don't
late.
care. I'm like, yeah,
Like,
she's a
of
girl.
course.
Yeah, don't care. It's I mean, obviously, I get annoyed, but I'm not like,
I get
I'm just like, yeah.
frustrated every now and then, but I just leave it be. I take
Mhm.
my time where
I
it's
get
like,
over myself, yeah.
yeah, exactly. You get over yourself where it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
just calm down. It's like, I know you want to punch a fucking wall, but
Yeah,
no. And then
and
all of a
another,
sudden, like 30 minutes later,
show
they
up and you're
circle
like,
right back. Where it's
and they
like,
apologize. They always
exactly,
apologize.
you
Yeah, you're
don't
just
have
like,
to say anything. You don't have to.
yeah.
They're there, and it's as if they know. And it's like, I'm sorry for fucking up. It's like you didn't mess up. Like, yes, I'm frustrated, but I mean, you're a girl. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I live with it. I live with it. It's
And then more like another thing was like when I said, when I learned that not every most girls don't want me. And that one was hard to like really, but then I realized like, oh, most girls don't want me, but that means the girls that are in front of me really want me, you know? So it's like I'm free. I don't have to take it personal when any girl rejects me. I can be like, you know, if I swipe 10,000 times, three girls, I go on and I have a rotation of three girls, or I'm talking to three girls, those three girls are really into me. They
mhm.
had thousands of guys and options, and they ended up with me in front of me on a date, and they like me and they're in my life.
Like,
It's because they really like me. It's not because I was just there.
but like,
So
do you know that feeling where it's like when one girl is really into you and like she's got everything covered with like, I got this guy. I, I don't care what he needs. I'm gonna make happen.
mhm.
And it's like, I know male imperative is like as many access as possible, blah blah blah. But you don't feel the need. It's like, I'm covered.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
really
yeah,
nice.
you're hot, but you know, I got this thing at home, and nah, I'm good. You
Yeah,
know that? It's
it's a
like,
form of freedom. That's another form of freedom where I think it's called discipline. I don't know what's the right word for it. What would you call that? Is there a concept for that?
I think that when a girl really understands guys, it really comes down to, is he fed? Are his needs met? Is the home good? Did I give him attention? It's like, does he feel wanted? Does he feel needed? Uh, Done. I don't know what that feeling is, but it's like, other than like making money off of other chicks, I think he wouldn't. Uh, I don't think he has the need. Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
of course, like every now and then you look. It's like, I mean, I appreciate the finer things in life, but eh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling, but I'm trying to put like a word to it or a concept to it. I would say it's just um you don't have the gym badges to train me anyway kind of feeling, right? Like you act like you're flirting with me, you're bantering with me, but you know how hard my girl worked really hard to get me, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't know if you don't think you have the gym badges to train me anyway, sweetie. Like I'm sorry. I think that's how I see it. Like you don't have the gym badges. You need to like go to Cerulean and Pewter City Gym and
Yeah.
maybe but like you're good. Talk to my girl. Like
Yeah.
talk to her. Maybe she help you. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh man, yeah, like that. Like, look, here she is, and look, you look great, but talk to her first. And if you can compete, I might entertain it. If you can't, this ain't happening. Kind of thing. Dark Knight Dev for the $5. Thank you very much. One cock article. That is.
I was about to say yeah. One
Round 5 we go. Oh, this is an interesting question. Do you guys pursue further when a woman tells you no for a date? No, I don't. If she says she has a boyfriend, I go to the next girl. Is that passing a sheet test? Look, girls who are into you don't pull that shit. They just don't. I know the old PUAs would say, oh, the boyfriend destroyer or whatever. No, don't even bother. At least that's my humble opinion. And I think I speak for the both of us, where you want the girl who makes it easy on you.
Yeah.
You want the girl who makes it easy on you, where it's like, I'm free, X, Y, and Z. Here's my number. Glad you asked, and I hope to see you again.
Yeah.
If she says no for a date, it's like done. Don't waste your time, because there's plenty of women out there who will give you yes.
Girls with
That is the
boyfriends are big flirts too. They love to flirt with men and then go back to their boyfriend. Sometimes.
cock teases.
Yeah, that's what they are.
It's like know it, see it for what it is, kind of thing. And you can call her out on it, where it's like, okay, babe, like, I love the attention, I like the teasing, but you have to meet me. You have to meet me. If you can't, then this is over.
Yeah.
And that's not like forcing her or like pressuring her. It's more like, look, that's just putting your needs forward. Here they are. You put them on the table, and she is completely free in answering them or not, as you are completely free to invest your attention in it or not. And at the end of the day, it's about what do you want.
And then always, I mean, if it's a girl you frequent, like you see around, maybe a neighbor in your neighborhood or someone you see regularly, always be respectful on the way out, and so you can leave that door open.
Yeah.
So
And
if she tells you she has a boyfriend, be like, "Oh, that's too bad,"
and just go.
Yeah, that's too bad. I think we would have really, worked out or something.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Yeah,
It's like, well, I hope you two will work out. Enjoy
yeah.
your day. Done. Done.
And then leave the
And
door
like
open.
shit testing is different. Shit testing is more like, is this guy really as good as he says he is? Kind of
Yeah,
thing. Instead of, oh, I'm gonna put up purposeful hurdles for him to jump over. There's a big difference in that.
it's a very fine line.
Yeah. It's a
I would say in this kind, the shit test is emotional control and acting, like smooth. Like, okay, well, have a nice day, or like, oh, that's too bad. Have a nice
yeah.
day, with a smile, and she's gonna be like, damn, like that dude was like so chill about me rejecting him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
Then all of a sudden, oh wait.
yeah. So, yeah, just keep your composure. That's all. That's the
Yeah.
shit test is keep your composure, relax,
Yeah,
chill.
nothing more.
Not a
Like,
big
and
deal.
if she pokes the bear, it's kind of like, are you getting frustrated? Will you hold her accountable?
Mm,
It's like,
yeah.
really? I was like, come on, people. I mean, she's not Lilith, the destroyer of worlds. I'm going
Wait,
to
who's
go.
Lilith the Destroyer of Worlds?
Oh, Lilith, the destroyer of worlds is kind of a meme where it's like a lot of guys pretend girls are these Machiavellian evil rulers of the world
Yeah,
trying to reach the goal of oppressing men, and then you figure out they're just like
crazy. Like they're,
they're eternal 18-year-olds with tits. You
yeah.
know,
They
that's
they They can't even plan a date. They're gonna plan the downfall of men. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, come on, really? You make them commit the downfall of men.
Yeah, that's
That's
us.
always been my
We do it to ourselves.
that's always been my biggest issue with gold diggers as well. Like, she's a gold digger. Mate, you let her do it. You let her dig the gold. Let's be honest here. You did it to yourself. Speaking about messing up your life, choosing the wrong partner. Like, Ben Shapiro, I'm sorry, but that's the wrong partner he chose. Where he had to negotiate with, he had to chase her so bad that like he resorted to like stalker methods for her to marry with him. I'm sorry. That ain't it. Like
That
if
is the
she ain't
weirdest thing I've
pressuring
ever
me,
heard. Yeah.
yeah, it's like if she ain't pressuring me for marriage, this ain't working. And Dino Nuggets. I mean, come on.
That it's just you're leaving out one of the most beautiful parts of life, and it's a girl kind of chasing you a little bit, just like a little bit obsessed with you, wanting to, like why would you that's
Honey,
like very important.
if you ain't radiating that Harley Quinn vibe, this ain't working. I
Yeah.
need my fix. I need my crazy.
Yeah, I need a little bit of that Harley Quinn Joker vibe, but yeah, it's
Pudding.
just that's so strange, and that's how a lot of guys like the persistence, so
Mm.
so weird.
I mean, believe me, they'll chase you. They'll hunt you down. Ask me how I know. They won't take no for an answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got
Look out for the tweet, boys.
him.
Look out for the tweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
She got him.
Yeah, she got him. But yeah, man, like it's the, one of the biggest ways to mess up your life really is just not understanding women and putting them in a box that they,
And
like putting expectations, and that happens. That's for anyone. Putting expectations like a lot of people complain that their parents aren't perfect. Like, dude, you're gonna ruin the best years of your life with your parents because they didn't do the things that you thought they should do. Forgive them, and because they're not gonna be there forever.
no.
um like don't put women don't look at women like they're us. Look at them how they are. That way you can enjoy them, and you don't spend years throwing paying $100 to someone on a podcast so they can tell a girl to shut up or that she's dumb. Like, use that $100 and take a girl on a date. And I mean, the
I
girl,
wouldn't.
not a girl, the girl that you like, um somewhere, and enjoy women and maybe learn something. You'll get more value that way. It's just like these are things that will mess up your life because you'll be angry and bitter for years, stuck in your rage phase. And just like, dude, like therapists say, like, you're allowed to be angry, you're allowed to be bitter, you're allowed to feel what you feel, and but you have to come back. You cannot
Oh
be there forever.
man, I was viciously angry with my mom for years.
Hmm.
It's like, how? Why would you do that? How could you do that? And then, like, I kind of puzzled things together. Where it's like, you did what you thought was supposed to happen, and nobody
You
had.
didn't have, yeah, you didn't have the tools, you don't have the
I
internet,
was
you didn't
like, but
have.
nobody ever asked her, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And it's like, oh, it's kind of a victim of circumstance. Fortunately, I was dragged into it, but yeah, it's a
Never
shame.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with my dad, where it's like he did what he thought was my thing to do. Like, yeah, nobody told him.
Hmm.
Mhm. I'm glad I know better. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna like do crazy shit. I probably will, but yeah, we all do. That's what life is for, you know. Like, if I can imagine, Rob told me this. It was so beautiful. Like every now and then, you guys miss out
Uncle
on good.
Rob. Yeah.
Every now and then, you guys miss out on good conversations, man. It's like Rob
Yeah.
was
It's
like,
just, yeah.
Rob
I
told
messed up.
me he wasn't on Twitter for a while, and I DM'd him. I was like, "How have you been, man?" He's like, "I'm living life." That's all he said. It's like, "I'm living life." I'm like, "Damn, it's good." Fire breathing with fucking carnies, and he told me, "It's like, go for it. I live life. Fuck up, have fun. You'll get it." Like, you guys worry too much about what some spurg online says. He's like, meanwhile, I have a belly dancer. I'm doing traveling with carnies, breathing fire, being in music videos. It's like, you can have it. You can have your spurgs on Twitter. It's like, ah, god damn that man.
Blowing fire, yeah.
It's like another thing of messing up your life, caring too much about living vicariously through others.
Oh
And
yeah,
I see a lot of that.
athletes, celebrities, yeah. Oh,
I see a
it's
lot of
terrible.
that as well. There's one guy who always comments on my videos and he asks about the YouTube drama, and I'm like, dude,
I know exactly who it is.
yeah. It's like, I don't care. Why do we bother? There's so much to do in the outside world, yet here we are. It's like thinking about destiny. The fuck is destiny? Who the who the hell
How do
is
we get here? I still don't know how we got here, man. I don't know how we got here.
Clout? Jerry Springer was popular for a reason.
I
Jerry
just
Springer
don't,
was popular for a reason.
because like the thing is, guys that had already understood and taken the red pill and used it to improve their life before all this happened, before the podcast and the cloud and all that stuff. This is like dystopian. This is like like for me, I was like, okay, some YouTuber going on a show to talk about what he thinks is right. Great, free country, America. You could do whatever you want. But
Yeah.
then I realized like how much of a boogeyman this guy is. And I'm like, guys, like, do you think this guy even knows how to talk to a woman on the street?
No.
Like, has this guy ever led men to do anything? Like, I don't understand. Like, I need someone to like give me like the beginning to end of this, because I don't understand how someone with that lifestyle, and as a human being, I don't like to like, from human being to human being, I don't like to tell people their worth, right? Because I'm sure he's probably outside of this stuff, maybe he's a good person, right? But like in terms of like this stuff, which I suffered through and I had to learn and I had to do the inner work and I had to study and I had to like, read books and I had to watch shows like constructive shows all the way back to, the freaking forum days when and then here I am where I'm like, okay, people understand and are picking up what I'm putting down. So maybe I should get into this stuff. And then someone is just like, here's a random statistic that has like no real basis in reality and doesn't make sense. And it's like a qualitative or quantitative study, blah, blah. You're wrong. And then me with all the battle scars and all the like learning inner work
We
before the
have been
podcast.
we
Yeah.
have been through the fucking eclipse together,
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm
We've
just
got the
like,
mark of sacrifice.
yeah, and I have the mark here on my neck, and I'm just like, and then I pull up to and I see a show and I'm just like, has this guy ever even had deep conversion from a girl? Has he approached a girl in public? Has this guy or anyone that comes on these shows with their little like theories about stuff, has this guy ever like got his heart broken? Has this guy, well, maybe, but like, like the things that make you a human being and understand truth and reality. It's like what we after the pandemic, we just went into this pseudo reality of, if I have a lot of followers, I'm right. If I have tits, I'm right. If I, and I'm just like, listen, man, there are people with like 30 followers on Twitter that have done the inner work and have done everything, and they make more sense than some of these guys with millions of followers, right? And it's just like, and we know who's, we know. The thing is too, these people can't disagree with each other. Like one disagreement and they're enemies. Like, dude, relax. You don't have to agree with anyone. Like stop thinking that you need a tribe of people on the internet. Your tribe is here around you. And your friends, your family. You don't need someone hundreds of miles away to agree with you on one point, or else you're gonna start internet beef with them. I just don't get it. It's just like a pseudo. It's like we're in cyberpunk and nothing makes sense anymore. Like this is a cyberpunk world, right now.
I
Yeah, it's crazy.
know. Yeah, I mean, we are there, but I do think we allow it to be there. Like, I don't watch those podcasts.
Yeah, I can't anymore. I
I
already
I
got all the value I
declined
needed. Yeah.
being on one of those. It's like, it won't help me. It won't help me. I can't think of a single YouTuber right now who, other than Ryan, and of course Tomasi himself, but like large YouTubers, and Ryan isn't even that large, who I would love to sit down with and just have a coffee. Let's just sit down. You get your drink, I get mine. We just talk. Nothing more. That's it. We just talk. about whatever comes to mind. Like, how's life? Shit like that. Maybe PewDiePie will be interesting. Say, man, how you doing? Like, how's
Just talk
Japan?
about life. Yeah. Tell me about you, man. What's going
Tell
on?
me about you. Like, how's Japan? How's Marcia? You know, how's the new dog? Sorry to hear about Edgar and Maya. Yeah, Maya died. It's a shame,
Hmm.
man. Sad to hear that. Sad your dog died. Hope you're doing well, kind of thing. But like these guys yelling at women, I was like, what the hell? Why do you do that? Like, better bachelor. I don't think I could sit down with him. It's like, oh,
Hmm.
these women who you never met. Like, how are the women? How are the women in your life treating you? Oh, I don't have women in my life. Well, there's your problem, mate. Because the women I have in my life, by God, they're amazing.
And
Like,
then
point.
and
Impressive.
I, for me, women, it becomes more of like not pity, but like empathy because they are the victims of their own brain and their own choices, and it's so obvious that and they can't see it. Like that's the like as a guy, you see when you fuck up, you're like, damn, I messed up. Girls, they don't realize until like 29, 30, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have moved to the city and just banged all, the club promoter that got me pregnant. Maybe I should have used protection. Maybe, I shouldn't have gone to for my master's when I was already in debt. Maybe I should have stayed with, and then by the time it's 30, it's like all these decisions come up and there's like, you didn't see it in real time, like you didn't, and they're like, nope. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy because every mistake I made within a couple days, I was like, fuck, I messed up. But for girls, it's like, no, in a couple years, I'll deal with this,
Yeah.
So empathy, yeah.
Governor brings up a good point. Think like a normie, you get millions of followers. If you don't conform to normies, you get fewer but more meaningful followers. Look, I've got the most switched on guys in here. I'm almost at 3K.
Oh, you're like 15 away, right?
Yeah, something like that. But even Tori mentioned, like, you should be at least at 5K at least. I'm like, yeah, well, but the guys I do have are fucking switched on. And Dark Knight Dev, real quick follow up. If she flakes or if she only accepts dinner dates, I tend to want to date the
You
girls
gotta
that
bring on
like
some
go
hoes,
out for
man.
drinks. Well, drinks or activities. I mean, that's it. Like, if she doesn't want to go to the playground with you, then never mind. If she doesn't want to sit on the swing together, it's like, this ain't happening. Like, hey, let's grab a coffee, walk around, sit in the park, shit like that. And I know, I mean, some people have made fun of that. Like, what are you gonna do? Feed the ducks? Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Whatever gets
Ducks
you
are
in a
awesome.
place, yeah, whatever gets you in a quiet place where you can talk to her,
Yeah.
perfect.
It's like, what happened to all this garbage where it's like, oh no, take her out to fancy, blah blah blah. No, man. I have a great relation. Like, I went to Burger King with my ex. She had the best of times. We sat there, like they had something new on the menu, and we sat there, we had it. We look at each other. Yeah, it wasn't what I expected. For you? I was like, nah. Yeah. Well, like, it wasn't bad, but yeah, I know, right? Next time we're gonna stick to what we know. I was
I
like,
feel like Burger King in Europe is better though, right, than the United States. You guys use like real sugar in the sodas and stuff.
I don't know. I always drink diet
Mm.
light, Coke
I
light.
went I went
Well,
to McDonald's in France and I was like, this tastes kind of better, than back
I
home.
believe Red Hawk said the same thing. I was like,
In
yeah,
the Middle East, Burger King was like, man, I don't know what they're doing out there. I bet you that's Misha's cheat meal is Burger King because it's so good out there. Like
I
it's
mean, Burger
fries
King
are
is.
super hot and salty and just so
I mean,
good. Burgers are
let's
big.
let's be honest here. Burger King rules them all. You know. Okay, so
Mm.
the chicken nuggets and the fries are better at McDonald's, but like burgers, it's Burger King, man. Triple fucking Whopper.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. But I don't like the Burger King fries.
No, me
That's
neither.
always bothered me. I don't know why they make them that way, but we have a tier list of fries from the
I mean, I can imagine, but those are like, it's like this whole thing where it's like, oh no, you women only settle for. No, they don't. Where did you get this idea? Yeah, but on the dating apps, oh, whoa, chill the hell down. Women want you to earn. No, they don't. Like, laughs and broke drummer. I need to get back into drumming, man. I
About a
miss.
third of third of the girls I dated were I'm pretty sure made more money than me
Yeah,
because of the
most
just of the occupation or with like there was a girl that had 4 salons here in Dallas and she had
nice.
13,000 followers, 4 salons, and she was in front of me laughing and touching my shoulder and all that stuff. It's just like That's again, these are the mental prisons guys put themselves in. Oh, I don't make six figures. I can't talk to a girl. I can't pursue women because monk mode
Ooh,
and grind.
yeah,
Yeah.
good we circle back to that because you said I didn't earn this or whatever. It's like, but we did. And I did a show on this. You were on that one even. We did that one together where you get like a hot girl approaches you and you're like, where's the sniper? But it's like, no, this is the payoff.
Check your pockets, like what's going on here?
Yeah, it's like, no, this is the payoff. Like you put in the work, you have become attractive. You stop being unattractive. You got this.
Yeah, who did I talk to recently about this on a show?
That
I
was
think it
me.
was yeah, it was you.
It
Okay.
was me.
So like a lot of guys are like, "Oh, I can't." I'm like, "Dude, okay, first off, you've been going to the gym. So you got a little mass and your posture's good. So your shoulders back. Let's see. You're crushing it at work. Maybe for you crush it at work for a while, so you get this little confidence. This little shit-eating grin. Like, yeah, I'm that guy. But but not like outward. It's just in very inner confident. Um, Also, maybe your hygiene's been on point. Like maybe you're shaving. You figured out your hygiene and all that stuff, and maybe you're wearing a nice shirt, or maybe you were wearing a shirt that had like a band or an anime that the girl's like, oh, this guy's pretty. I wonder what
I
he's about.
forgot I have a Broly shirt.
Yeah, dude, my anime shirts have gotten me more approaches than like bottle service. And I don't do that bottle service stuff, but like, dude, my anime shirts have gotten girls to be like, "Oh, I love that anime." Like, open me, like, "Oh, I love that." Um, it's crazy. Like
Do I have a
putting,
remark
yeah, it's
for you
insane.
when the show ends? Like,
Okay,
by God. I
yeah,
didn't even catch it when she asked me. I need to talk to her about that. Like, what the hell did you mean by that?
we shall talk about that.
Yes.
We shall talk.
Pretty interesting. You still want to do this show afterward, by the way. The
Yeah,
anime thing?
I gotta make the thumbnail. If you give me like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. What time is it at over there?
6 p.m., but I don't want to make it too late on a Sunday. I do want to kind of relax.
Okay, so if you give me like, I just need to copy paste some things. You want me to give it to you? I'll give it to you, and then we'll go. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just use the one we have now? What's better
Your
for you?
I don't care. Just do your channel.
Okay, we'll do it on my channel.
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
it on your channel. I'll post your channel in the chat here, and
All right. Well, you know what? While we're talking, I'll start it so we can save time.
yeah, you start making the thumbnail, and
But yes.
I'll put your post in the chat. We're gonna wrap this one up. You can make the thumbnail. So we are gonna go to Nuke's
Mhm.
channel after this. Talk about what was the title again? Anime.
Hot anime takes.
Oh yeah, hot anime takes because Nuke finally finished Berserk, so that's gonna be a good one. Finally, he finished
Man,
Berserk.
oh man. I took a day off of like, not a day off, but like I needed a day to process that
So
ending.
brutal.
I was messed up.
But like the manga goes beyond that. The manga isn't
Yeah.
even finished yet. I
But
I
oh,
do
man.
wonder where it ends. Um, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below your thoughts of this show. I have one spot open for the monthly accountability program. Get a personalized training program, diet program, weekly form checks, private Discord, and of course a monthly consultation right here. So help me help you get your fitness in order. Also, if you want to support the channel, please become a YouTube member. You get access to the live chat on Sundays post zero. Also, you will get my narration of the Book of Folk audiobook for free and access to private videos on there, like the narration of Confessions of a Reformed Incel. Go check that out. Other than that, I have my narrations, 50 Shades of Game, the audiobook right here. Approach Your Like Chad and Text Game Mastery right here. Books by Troy Francis, narrated by me. And Carl from Black Label Logics, Gendernomics 1 and 2 audiobook bundle. You can get that here. Nuke's channel is in the chat. You can find them there at Caudilio Nuclear on Twitter. And I think that's it. And we'll see you on Nuke's channel in about, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So
15,
go
20
there.
minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hit the like, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for the super chat, Dark Knight Dev. Really appreciate it. Cheers. And ending.